time is best. Chase, subscribe, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube. We have like 40 YouTube subscribers.
Nice.
And you may think that I'm saying that to make fun of us, but I think I'm also kind of saying it just to pat myself on the back.
Nice, dude. You put zero effort into YouTube. I know
exactly.
I know.
No, dude, the only YouTube effort I put in.
I know you avoid it at all costs.
Because fuck it. I don't have any video editing skills. Maybe I'll develop them at one point. We had Brett fucking send us that cool video background. I'll show you that shit.
Nah.
One of our listeners just got an internship with some like digital ad agency. So he's like, all right, I'm going to fucking murder this dog. So he's like, hey man, I just got used to, I had to learn how to use the program After Effects, like a video editing program. I guess it's pretty
cool,
like, you know, common program to learn in that field. He's like, I needed something to make. I needed to practice. I knew I wanted to be Dragon Ball related. And then he's like, yo, I'll do something for the Super Dope. And I was like, Super Dope. So maybe one day I'll figure out video editing enough to be able to use that cool thing that he made us, which actually took video editing ability. But I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. So with Libsyn, what we publish on, it just pushes. It just pushes it out.
Disgusting word, guy.
Yeah, it pushes. It's like puss and frush.
Yeah.
But what the fuck is a frush?
It's like puss and push. Like puss and
oh
gross,
yeah, push
man.
and puss.
Yeah, it's just gross.
Crush. Where'd the R come from? From the ridiculousness of the term. So we're talking about the Broly panel that happened at New York Comic Con. Just over an hour ago it started. It's 7:15 on Friday night. This is what cool kids do on their Friday nights.
Hey,
They drink beers and live stream fucking panels from New York Comic Con.
Hey, I could be at Friday Night Magic right now.
See, I'm not sure if you mean that earnestly, if you're saying it as a joke. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, man.
All right, cool. Actually, I told myself when I went home last night, I'm like, find out where that half a Magic deck is that I have. Ooh. And I forgot to do it. Because once I realized the panel was at 6, I hustled my ass over here and totally forgot about it. So, the trailer dropped yesterday. Not on purpose.
Leaked. I believe leaked.
It leaked. Is that the proper term, Vaping Mike Norm?
Yes.
So it leaked yesterday, a day early, from some douchebag in China. And the internet blew up. I definitely did not expect to wake up to it yesterday morning. It was meant to premiere at New York Comic Con today.
Yeah, man, but China's got us. They got us. You hear about that shit?
No. Tell me.
Chinese computer manufacturers are sneaking backdoor chips onto motherboards.
What?
And they're all over the fucking place. Little tiny fucking chips, and they can just fucking access systems anytime they want. And they make everything, so fucking.
Yeah, right? They got the fucking God hack.
Right.
They're going to see whatever they want.
Yeah, man.
Like, hey, man, you want to pass for cheap labor? That's cool, but we're going to be able to invade your shit if the time shit ever arrives.
Okay. All your fucking porn hubs are going to stop working at the same time.
That's nightmare fuel. Don't say that. They know exactly what I need to see every time I see it. I'm like, oh, wow, how'd they know?
China, man.
Right? What the fuck?
Oh, should I just put them away?
I'm gonna murder you, Gizmo! This is how dogs get dead!
Just want to make sure Clifford's okay.
That's basically what he comes in for. He comes in, he looks at Clifford, he's like, oh, Clifford, you in a good spot, Holmes? You fucking chilling? You lamping with your owner?
Boys.
Yeah, take a GD dog nap. I'm not a fucking doorman for whatever the fuck kind of breed dog you are, Gizmo. What kind of dog is he?
He's a pug and a shih tzu.
I knew that.
He's a pug shit.
Shit pug. I feel like it's a better one.
Yeah.
Oh, we just made him sad. Oh, sorry, Gizmo. We love you, baby.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, good puppy. Just stop fucking going in and out the goddamn door.
You're just a long-haired pug.
So the Broly panel happened. Trailer dropped yesterday, okay? So the trailer is framed firmly, exclusively, in the past of Dragon Ball. So I've had like a day and a half to marinate on it. If you're part of the Patreon page, you can hear like my fresh reaction on the OGDB Super Dope. because that shit dropped yesterday, right before me and Carlton recorded those shows. We did OGDB first because I wanted to like, oh my god, you see that trailer, blah blah blah, and fucking be a nerd about it. And then we did the My Hero Academia podcast. I've had a day to sit on it, and while I still am super excited, this is gonna be, I think, an amazing movie. I hope an amazing movie. There's some changes that this trailer tells you is gonna happen in terms of like the timeline and the established canon of Dragon Ball, and it kind of changes it a little bit. It retcons it in a couple cases, it seems, unless we are all gravely misunderstanding what they mean when they say 3 Saiyans born around the same time. Could be that, but it seems like, based on this trailer, Goku, Vegeta, and Broly are all roughly the same age, when I always thought it was pretty common knowledge Vegeta was anywhere from like at least 5 to 8 years older than Goku. That's a little bit of a change. Vegeta was already off planet Vegeta when it got destroyed, and this still could be the case, but I don't know. The other notable change to come out of this trailer. Gizmo, this is how dogs get murdered. I think I've said it 3 times, but god fucking damn it, can it not be overstated. So, damn it, what the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, the other notable change is really the age of Goku. So, this trailer seems like it's gonna be the, I think I'm about to use the word amalgamation. That, first of all, is that a real word? Second of all, I think it is, but did I use it properly?
Judge says yes.
All right, I'll judge. This is gonna be the combining, I think is what I really want to use. It's gonna be a combination of like several already established, Saiyan stories that we know. Part of it's gonna be Bardock, the father of Goku. The other part of it, even though the Bardock, father of Goku, leads into, Goku taking off to Earth, that all those 2 stories kind of intertwine. But I view those 2 stories as, kind of their own separate entities to the extent of it's Bardock's last stand and it's the beginning of Goku's journey. So they're gonna bring those 2 back together. They're gonna bring Broly into that equation. They're gonna bring the destruction of the planet Vegeta, which is the Bardock story with Frieza. What I think is interesting is it seems like they're going to show how Frieza came to enslave the Saiyans in the first place. And King Cold shows up in this movie. The Ginyu show up in this movie.
Dope.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the fucking Ginyu poses that we get in this movie.
Fuck yeah.
I'm sure we'll get the classics, but I hope we get a couple of new ones too.
Yeah, you know it.
But the Ginyu show up. Frieza shows up. Zarbon Dodoria show up. King Cold shows up. And the Saiyans are like, oh, fuck. Yeah, we've got no choice but to bow down and basically do whatever the hell you tell us to do. So it's taken all of those stories, the enslavement of the Saiyans, the destruction of the planet, the Bardock story, Goku's origin, Broly's origin, obviously, but then it seems like they're making a couple of tweaks to Vegeta's origin, at least maybe in terms of like how old he is. So it's taken like these 4 or 5 separate Saiyan stories that we've all been exposed to in different iterations over the last 30 years, and it's kind of bringing them all together. It's all establishing them in this new Dragon Ball Super canon. And I think that's cool. I'm totally down with that. I don't think you had to bring Broly into it to make it work. But if you can, and it's cool, and he's an interesting character, and the fucking revenge, the vendetta piece of this plot makes sense, as opposed to, yo, bitch, we was born on the same day, and you cried so much. I hate your guts.
Right, that was a weak plot.
That's basically the whole plot of the Broly movie. Besides, like, the Paragus understandingly passing on the grudge that he has against King Vegeta to, Prince Vegeta. And then the whole comet thing. So, weird movie. They better not try to bring that comet shit in here. There's been a couple of new things that came out about Planet Vampa and the fucking spider monsters that we're going to see on that planet. And I don't know. I'm not trying to get bogged down in those details. I'm sure the planet will play a role in some way, shape, or form.
So, didn't Toriyama originally want to make like a 3-hour epic?
He did. Yeah, the
And
runtime
they
for
cut it down
Broly
to an hour
is
and a
just
half?
under 2 hours. So it's still pretty long, but had Toriyama kept in all of the shit that he wanted to in the original script, it would have been like about 2.5 pushing 3 hours maybe.
But it's confirmed at round 2, just under 2.
It's just under 2 hours.
That's pretty dope,
And
man.
I'm pretty sure that will be the longest. Almost positive
Has to
that's
be.
the longest
Has to
Dragon
be.
Ball movie.
That's pretty dope. I
Yeah.
mean, because I'm thinking like, how the fuck they supposed to fit all this origin story in with all this fucking whole new world building nonsense, you know?
Well, I mean, like we said, I think that they're going to benefit from a narrative perspective and trying to like fit all that shit in because it's stories that we're already familiar with. In the case of Bardock and Frieza, in the case of Goku's origin, in the case of Broly's origin, in the case of Vegeta's origin.
Yeah, but,
the only
you know,
new
this is
thing
all
that we're
stuff-
seeing, the only kind of new thing we're seeing animated, and I say kind of new because it's in the manga and it's established canon, even though most fucking people hate it, is we're going to get the Dragon Ball Minus story introduced and Goku's mother, Gine. So how does that change? That's probably going to change my interpretation or my feelings about Bardock, seeing him a married man, seemingly raising Goku to toddler age. Goku looks so old when he gets sent off in the space pod in this preview. He looks like he's at least 2 or 3. He's old enough to stand. He's old enough to fucking get emotionally sentimental at saying goodbye to his parents. He's old enough to wear a fucking pair of Saiyan armor or a set of Saiyan armor. And he goes to Earth. If the story follows as we know, Grandpa Gohan finds him. He's like, wow, this poor little kid, which, you know, was supposed to be a baby, but is now like a 2 or 3 year old toddler who's a fucking space warrior. Call yourself the king of the space warriors. Warriors. So, Grandpa Gohan, good luck taming that fucking beast. I mean, an infant Saiyan who just fell down a canyon and smashed his brain into being nice. All right, I could follow that one. A 3-year-old Saiyan who just showed up to the fucking world who could probably whoop your ass if he's been hanging out with Bardock and Gine in any type of familial, setting on Planet Vegeta. No, I can't see that. I don't care if you're the fucking world's greatest martial artist, Gohan. I don't care if you're tricky. You're not expecting a little baby, a little toddler to do that shit to you. Boom, you're dead. And then, he ends up being dead anyway.
Oh, jeez, I don't want to say it because you're just going to get mad at me. Retcon, all a DB, new original DB. DB.
Imagine?
Okay.
DB,
It's not super, it's just okay.
DB decent.
DB, great.
DB okay.
Right?
So, I don't know. That part of it doesn't particularly bother me, if we're being honest. If they think that making Vegeta and Goku and Broly all around the same age is going to somehow further the narrative for what they plan to do with Super long term, honestly, I'm okay with it. But a lot of people are fucking pissed. They're like, this doesn't make any sense at all. 3 Saiyans born around the same time. What?
Oh, they say around.
Yeah, around. Around typically doesn't mean within 8 years of each other, dude.
Well, obviously.
Not even 6 years.
Well, I don't know if it's obvious.
I would say 3 Saiyans born around the same time. I'd say within like 18 months or maybe 2 years of each other. That's just me, though. I don't know. I don't fucking fuck with kids, so. Kids are annoying as hell.
I hear you.
They're more annoying than fucking dogs who have to come in and out the room.
Right.
So that part of it was a little, the obvious retcon to some of the continuity in terms of timelines, ages of some of these characters pissed some people off. But for me, it didn't piss me off so much as really beg the question. The main through line throughout this entire trailer is 3 Saiyans, their fucking fate intertwined weirdly throughout their entire lives.
Right.
They keep pushing that 3 Saiyans thing. It's no longer about this one legendary berserker Super Saiyan who's gonna fuck up the entire planet like Broly's narrative has been portrayed in the past. It's no longer like that. It's more about how this dude's life and his roots and his origin are directly intertwined to not only Goku's like they were in the first movie, but also to Vegeta's as well, outside of the connection to, obviously King Vegeta giving the order to kill Broly. Broly and Vegeta don't really have all that much of a connection at all. So now the roots of these 3 characters are going to be firmly intertwined, and we're doing a whole fucking movie about it. Not only that, we're going to get to face down the guy who not ordered the destruction of, but ultimately executed on the destruction of the Saiyans and Frieza. And we know that Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza, in terms of their friendship level, they ain't friends, but they could probably like walk by each other on the street and be like, and not kill each other. So I think Broly coming in and seeing that kind of scenario, he'll be like, "What the fuck? You guys hang out with this guy now? He ordered the destruction of our race." I think that'll play into it in terms of the Frieza arc and how that whole thing ties into it. I don't know for sure though, but I'm wondering if they're kind of setting up to have Broly be a long-term character
That's what I was just thinking.
in Super,
Just like
beyond
they
this
set up,
movie.
With Resurrection F, they set up, I guess.
Well, yeah, Battle of
a
Gods brings
whole
in Beerus and
series.
Whis. They become permanent characters. Resurrection F brings back Frieza. He seemingly now is not a permanent, but a recurring character. They've relied on him more in Super than I ever thought that they would, especially with the Tournament of Power.
And now they can have Broly as a permanent villain, and they can chase him across the multiverse. And
I don't know if they would go that route. I would wonder if either, like you said when we were watching the panel,
arc.
is it like a redemption thing where Broly can somehow come over to the light side, maybe not be like a regular Z warrior, but maybe a recurring character. Who knows? Or maybe they are going the, let's make Broly makes money, yo. Let's fucking bring Broly into everything, and Broly becomes the third guy along Goku and Vegeta. Because that's one of the common fucking complaints about Dragon Ball. It's like, man, it's the Goku and Vegeta show. Remember when Piccolo was cool? Remember when Gohan was cool? Remember when Tenshinhan, Krillin, everyone else was cool?
Remember when they're like
now
villains?
it's just Goku and Vegeta. So how do you combat that? You bring in a third Saiyan on the power level of them. I think. I mean, maybe that would help the situation. So that's the initial reaction on the trailer for me. I'm okay with how it resets everything. So moving on to the panel that we saw tonight. Monaco Real, happy birthday. We love you. Voice actress for Bulma. Joe Reynolds tried to talk some shit on her polka dot dress. I didn't appreciate that, Joe. If you watched the live stream on Facebook, you know what I'm talking about.
I just thought it was weird how it matched the laptop.
Yeah, it was kind of
blended
perfect.
in there a
Yeah,
little much.
a little weird. She moderated this panel today. So for the first 20 minutes, they bring out Masako Nozawa, and they bring out two of the head animators for the movie. Tatsuya Nagamine was supposed to be at this con appearance, but he had to cancel 2 or 3 days ago due to unforeseen circumstances. I don't know what that means. It could mean something personal in his life. It could mean like they're backed up on production. I don't want to try to speculate as to what that could mean. But
Somebody
he didn't,
always cancels.
yeah, he didn't make the trip from fucking Japan. I wouldn't want to make an 18-hour flight either. So, first 20 minutes of the panel, all Masako Nozawa and these two lead animators on the film. And nothing super groundbreaking was said. It was just cool to see Masako Nozawa and Monaco Real interact. Little suspect on that fucking translator. Is that Poncho barking?
Sounds like Gizmo.
Poncho is the worst dog in this house. Hey, what's going on out there? Gizmo, you want to hang out? Come on. Yeah, you too, Dolly. Just as long as you stop barking at shit. Come on.
Oh, my little shitheads. Oh, my little boo-boos.
I don't think we got anything else. Yo, what up, Greg? Is it gonna be like a flashback way through? Oh, so decent question from James Bubsy in regards to the structure of the movie. I honestly think the first 20 to 30 minutes of this movie, as the website reported last week, the website reported expect to cry in the first 20 to 30 minutes. It's highly emotional. You know what that means? All the Saiyan fucking folklore that we have to catch up on is going to happen in the first 20 to 30 minutes of the movie. And I'm sure we're going to cry when Goku says goodbye to his fucking parents, who suddenly aren't just like these savage space warriors.
Warriors.
Yeah, they're fucking parents who like love their children and stuff. Woof. Woof. Who knows about that? Not us.
Blech.
You got dogs. I've got nobody.
Blech.
Woof.
Blech.
So, in terms of Nozawa specific stuff from the con, from the panel, nothing too groundbreaking. You know, Monica Real tried to push the anything you can tell us, and she basically just deflected, said, you know, my lips are sealed, but you know, the fights in this movie are some of the most amazing things I've ever seen in terms of Dragon Ball. She did say a nice thing about Akira Toriyama sensei, if I'm being fucking Sean Schemmel. And it's really, everybody says that. I'm the only douchebag who doesn't. But when Schemmel says it, I'm just like, ugh, stop it.
Yeah, he's a little much.
A little sometimes. So she says that it's great battle scenes. She did say this nice line about Akira Toriyama where he once paid her a compliment. And he said, for whatever reason, when I'm trying to come up with Dragon Ball stories, I hear Goku's voice first and suddenly my pen just starts moving. He hears Nozawa's voice in his head and that's what compels him to write the next Dragon Ball story. I thought that was pretty endearing. I like that. Schemmel comes out halfway, about 20 minutes into that. Schemmel comes out. He brought out a nice bouquet of flowers for Nozawa. Goku keeps them both ageless. Nozawa said that, Schemmel, you look just like you did the last time I saw you. You haven't aged at all. Chris Sabat comes out. So do the voice actors for Whis and Beerus. I'm gonna fuck up. Jason Douglas is Beerus, and I can't think of Whis's name. Ian Sinclair, I want to say, maybe. I don't know. I didn't write it down. I should have. So the questions asked were like real fucking softball questions at this con. Obviously, you're having one of your own moderated. I didn't.
Are you excited?
Right.
Did you have fun?
Exactly. And sorry, I just kicked the dog by accident. I know I've made a lot of dog murder jokes today, but I did not kick that dog on purpose just now. Obviously it's going to be softball kind of manila questions about the anticipation and the excitement of the movie. We've got a lot of that stuff today. My takeaways from this panel were not from the questions asked and the answers given. It was from some of the little side comments that came out of the voice actors' mouths on the American side that caught my ear, and I said, "What? Hey, what'd you just fucking say?" So, and Sabat like kind of got my brain in the zone for that, because when Sabat comes out, Monica asks him the question like, you know more about this movie than any of us do as the American voice actors, because you're the director of the show, blah blah blah. And he says a comment about all the shit in my head would get me in trouble with a lot of lawyers right now, and I'm like, oh man, yeah. That must be a really stressful situation for these voice actors. They can't slip up in front of this crazy big crowd at New York Comic Con, because they could get, in trouble for it potentially with their employers and lawyers and whatever. So it got me to thinking. They have the 4 voice actors out there for, I don't know, probably another 20 minutes, in addition to Mazako and 2 of these animators for the film. And then they bring out Vic. Mignogna.
Sure.
I can't say it. And then Monica said it a totally different way than I've been saying it for however long. And I was like, oh man. Gizmo, go to dog hell. I don't usually cast dogs to dog hell unless it's my roommate's dog who needs to fucking take up a permanent spot in dog hell. Gizmo, make up your mind, dude.
Oh, you little shithead. Get.
I've never yelled at this dog. This dog is such a dick today. He's doing it on purpose. He's done it like 6 times. Yeah. I can't wait to edit out all these Gizmo rants. Fuck. Why you do this? Anyway, if you're still listening to us after yelling at dogs on the live stream, God damn it. When Vic Mignogna
Manana?
When Vic Mignogna comes out.
Manamana?
When he comes out in his bright Broly laced pants.
Fucking Nightmare Before Christmas, right?
They were like pirate pants, I think. Maybe.
I think they had ghost and skeleton heads on them, man.
Yeah, but they were purple, and for a second I was like, dude, is he trying to like say that he is Broly by wearing purple pants and the new Broly design has purple pants? That's a hell of a statement, buddy. You are like, that dude looks like he's like 5'3" and like 150 pounds. Hell of a head of hair. I would murder somebody for that dude's hair.
It looks like he's trying to be, what's his name from Parks and Rec?
What's his name? Chris Traeger? Ben Wyatt? The one that marries Leslie?
No.
John Ralphio.
Damn it.
The Pop?
Yeah, he's all of them. He's all of them.
He is all of them.
Trying to be too much.
Vic, the American voice actor for Broly comes out, Vic Mignogna, and something very interesting happened. First of all, dude is super flamboyant.
Yeah, that caught my attention too. I think I know where you're going with this.
Dude's super flamboyant. So he runs out and he said a couple of things. The first one I thought Kyle, you're looking for something that's not there. You're making shit up. But he said something to the effect of, oh, when Real introduces him, she says, we are so excited to have him bringing, let me try again. When Real, motherfucker, Gizmo.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking kill the dog.
I should have put him away.
It's fine. No, because the other two dogs are being cool as hell. He's the only one being a douchebag. Yeah. All right, let me try again. Monica Real introduces Vic. She said something super interesting to me that caught my eye, and I had to like think about what she'd said. She said, super excited to be just getting his character started in Dragon Ball Super. Oh. And that kind of made me think for a second. I'm like, just getting the character started? He's been doing Broly for years. What do you mean just getting the character started? Oh, he's just getting the character started in Dragon Ball Super. What? Whoa. All of a sudden, that sentence takes on a totally different connotation when you look at it a second time like that. Just getting him started in Dragon Ball Super. And I'm like, all right, maybe she misspoke. All right, maybe I'm looking for something that's not there. Don't fucking... put too much stock into that. And I wrote it down and whatever, just in case. And then when Vic comes out, he says that he's so excited to be bringing Broly into the Dragon Ball Super world. World is the interesting word to me in that sentence. It's not just the movie. I don't know. I don't think the odds are good that Vic comes in and does Dispo's voice in the Tournament of Power like the like Ben Shimada did both Broly's voice and Dispo's voice. I don't anticipate that. I think if he's just getting started in the Dragon Ball Super world, I don't know, just getting started. I don't know, man. They really, and those two little side comments, and we'll get to the Schemmel comment in a second because he also made a very interesting comment. I can't help but think, dude, maybe they're trying to make Broly stick around for the long term.
I'd assume so.
I think they are. And I think a lot of you are anticipating me to freak the fuck out right now. But if this movie goes well, I'm totally okay with it. Especially if it continues to build out the Saiyan lore that we've all been sorely fucking missing for so GD long. I personally thought that they would go the way of planet Salada.
You need a salad, man.
Yeah, man. I do. I'm fucking starving. I personally thought they would do that by going the way of Planet Sadala, but if we want to do it flashback retro style, somehow tie Broly in and make him a viable part of this show going forward. If they do it well, I'm in. I'm in, dude. One other thing that caught my eye at this panel. Again, all super fucking softball questions, but when Vic Phenomena comes out, I hope I never learn how to say his name. I hope I get to meet him one day and say, oh my God, Vic Phenomena. And he'll be like, what the fuck did you just say?
What the fuck you call me?
And I'll be like, dude, I'm like literally a full foot taller than you. Please get out of here. One other thing that I thought was interesting is when he came out, he like did this, everybody welcomed him. They gave him his round of applause. He came out on stage. He walked past all the American voice actors and went to the space between Goku, Sean Schemmel, and Masako Nozawa, and like did this, oh my God, there's a two of you thing. Oh my God, which one's the real one? Like just real quick as people were rounding out the applause before he went and took his seat back, right? Not a big deal, not really noteworthy.
Right.
Wasn't fucking noteworthy until you see Schemmel like react to the weird shit that, and I think a lot of it is just because Schemmel is kind of not a loose cannon on purpose, I don't think. I think he's got a lot of nervous energy, and sometimes when shit like that's going on, he doesn't know how to respond, and I think he had a little bit of a slip. And this slip confirms the Gogeta. Because when Vic is on his way back to his seat, he taps Sabat he's like, oh my God, Broly, fusion, ha! And I was like, motherfucker, did you just yell out fusion, ha? He didn't say the ha, but he yelled fusion. Yeah, I think, like, we've had 1,000,000,001 hints that this was already coming. But I think that cements it.
There's one thing that caught my attention. It was the whole, you're dead. Oh no, you're dead.
Oh no.
But then again, this Dragon Ball, people get wished back to life all the time. Not a big deal.
Yeah, or like you think somebody's dead, you're like, oh no, his power level's gone, and then like he emerges out the fucking rocks and shit, and he's like, never mind, I've ascended to a new fucking level. Shit like that happens all the time in Dragon Ball too. Plus, you know, Dragon Balls. So, new trailer looks fucking dope. Looks like it's gonna, you know, it took all primarily in the past. I wonder now, are we gonna get a third trailer, perhaps at not Jump Festa, because that shit is after the movie. I wonder if we'll get a third trailer in November at some point. I feel like there's some event in Japan that I'm not thinking of right now, or maybe I'm just making it up. I wonder if we'll get a third trailer in November at some point. And maybe that trailer will not focus so heavily on the past events of Dragon Ball and more on the current day stuff, how Broly comes to Earth, you know, maybe what his initial vendetta is with the Z Fighters, or how Goku and Vegeta come into contact with him. Maybe we'll see a little bit more of Planet Vampa, and maybe, you know, that present day thing. Maybe we'll at that point get a little bit more of an idea if you know, some of the other current day Z Fighters we'll actually get to see in this movie. I think we'll definitely see Beerus and Whis. We'll definitely see Piccolo, maybe Goten, Trunks, and Bulma. Gohan fans, be prepared. I don't think we're getting any Gohan in this movie.
He's losing an arm.
He'll be there.
Bro's gonna rip his arms off.
Oh my god! Imagine that. Broly comes to Earth. He's like, man, I gotta make a statement. Let me rip off this dude's arms. Oh, he's a kid. Perfect.
Awesome.
This worked out beautifully. I don't think we're gonna see any we'll maybe see Gohan like in the beginning or whatever the present day beginning of the film is. Maybe that's 30 minutes after all the flashback stuff at the beginning of the film. We'll see Gohan at the beginning, initial
we'll have
setup.
Like a 5-second clip of him like taking care of the kid.
Yeah, and Goku will be like, "Hey,
like
Gohan, some shit's going down." He's got an apron on, and he's got fucking like 3 volumes of an encyclopedia in his left hand, and his kid in his right arm. Right. And he's flipping fucking flapjacks. Sorry, guys. I'm just too busy to go investigate. It's like, yo, the world might blow up, and you're like one of the top 3, 4 strongest fighters we got.
Pan's sick, guys.
Yeah. Well, you know, I can't do it today, but
it's Pan's first fucking flute lesson.
Pan's got a cold though. I'm gonna gather I'm not even gonna gather the Dragon Balls myself. I'm gonna have one of my buddies do it and then swoop in last minute with like a nice request to make sure that my baby girl ain't sick no more. Gohan sucks.
Yeah.
Ugh. If Alicia Marie Medeiros were here, she'd say, "Make Gohan great again."
Yeah, she would.
MAGA hat. I got it from a place in Canada.
She would.
She would. And then she'd yell about some other stuff that doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about. And then she'd give us all fried chicken on a stick.
Dope.
Super dope. She's so loud. No, we're finishing the show right fucking now, you dogs. You wait a minute. Anyway, it's going to do it for Super Dope this week. Make sure you subscribe. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube. Everywhere. YouTube, though, I guess. I don't know. I don't care enough. If we could offload a YouTube fucking responsibility to somebody, I'd be all about it.
I think you just like seeing those numbers rise without having to do anything about it at all.
It's weird. Like 10 new people found us last month, and all I do is hit publish on my podcast stuff, and then it just goes to YouTube by itself. I don't even know how. It's like fucking magic.
That's the magic of just having a wider market. You know?
Imagine if I knew how to like properly tag shit on fucking YouTube.
Right?
Nope.
Fuck that. Nope, 0 effort.
That's what we fucking pride ourselves here. So, you know, Dorago umboru, Dorago umboru, yokekai no nakishi yokeredo, something about the fusion. See, for those American dub fans, you might not know what I'm singing. God damn it, Poncho.
I think
people.
Yeah.
My fucking life right now.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah. So for those American dub fans, you don't. So for those American dub fans, you might not know the song that I just fucking screamed at the top of my lungs to mask the sound of all of these weirdos coming into the house at the same fucking time, and one of 4 dogs fucking consistently barking at everything. But that song is called, the fuck's it called? Like Sakio no Fusion or some shit? Like Ultimate Fusion? Right. Fusion Reborn, Movie 12, ending theme song, sung by I wonder if I'll splice in the sound. All right, that's it. We're going to get going, okay? I don't think we're going to do a dub episode this weekend.
Okay.
Maybe we will.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't decide on what to do anymore.
Okay.
Whatever.